Optimization test. Question number 1. Roxana and Addison own a factory where they make carbon fiber canoes, X, and kayaks, Y. The number of kayaks that they make each month is at most 9. The number of kayaks, Y, is at most 9. Could be 8, could be 7, could be 6, could be 9. It's less than or equal to 9. The number of canoes, that's X, is greater than 1/10 of the total number of canoes and kayaks. The total number of canoes and kayaks is X plus Y. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 10 or cross multiply the 10. I end up with 10x is greater than X plus Y. I'm going to subtract 1x from both sides. So we get 9x is greater than Y. And if I want to put that in terms of Y, I'm going to say Y is less than 9x. Notice it's like ax plus b. The b is 0 in this case. B equals 0. Your slope, the a, is 9/1.
Delta y is 9, delta x is 1.
The next one, the number of canoes is at most 10/17 of the total. So the number of canoes, x, is at most, that means it's less than or equal to 10/17 of the total number. So the same thing again, 10/17. The total is x plus y. I'm going to divide both sides by 10/17, which means multiplying by the reciprocal. We have x times 17/10 or 17/10 x is less than or equal to, when I divide this by 10/17, it just becomes 1, x plus y. Then I want to subtract x from both sides, which is the same as subtracting 10/10. I have 17/10 x, take away 10/10 x is less than or equal to y. 17 take away 10 is 7. I'm going to rewrite it in terms of y. Y is greater, now the alligator is eating the y, so it's going to eat the y that way. 17/10 take away 10 is 7/10 x. Once again, the b is equal to 0, and the a is 7/10, so the delta y is 7, and the delta x is 10. The total number of canoes and kayaks that they make each month is at most 17. Total number, that's x plus y, each month is at most 17, so it's going to be less than or equal to 17. Y is less than or equal to, I'm going to subtract x from both sides, negative x plus 17. I need to graph these four inequalities. So the first one, y is less than or equal to 9. I'm going to find my 9 right here, draw a line, a horizontal line, like that. This is a line y equals 9, and we're talking about y is less than or equal to, so it's a solid line, and we are shading below. This is y is less than or equal to 9. Y is less than 9x. The slope is 9, which is 9/1. The b is 0. It's going to go through the origin. The delta x is 1. The delta y is 9. Move over 1 and up 9. It's a dotted line because it's less than. It doesn't have an equal than. It doesn't have the solid bar of the line, so it's not a solid bar. It is a dotted line like this. Y is less than 9, so we are shading below, b below. I put my arrow here because we're below this line like that. The next one, y is greater than 7/10 x. Once again, the b is 0, so it's going to go through the origin. The slope is 7/10, so delta x is over 10 and up 7. Over 10 and up 7 more brings us up to 14. Y is greater than or equal to 7/10 x. It's a solid line because it is greater than or equal to, because it has that solid bar here, we know that it's a solid line. We are shading above that. We're above this line, below this line, below this line. The last one we have to look at is y is less than or equal to negative x plus 17. It's going to go through 17. My slope is -1. I'm going over 1, down 1. But don't plot these two that close together because it's not going to be very accurate and we might be off here. All right, because if I go like here, and I might be close, but it looks like it's going to be good, but it's not. I'm going to move over, let's move over like one big blue square. Notice I'm 2 above the next blue line, so move over one big blue square, move down one big blue square, like that. Over 1, down 1, over 1, down 1. It's a solid line because it's less than or equal to, the little equal to is the solid bar. It tells me I have a solid bar of a line. We are shading below that because it's less than. I'm going to put my little arrow there. This is my shaded region. Below this line, below this line, below this line, above this line. We're talking about this is our polygon of constraints. That's the polygon of constraints. What is the rule of the optimizing function? We are told the selling price of the canoes is $943 for each canoe. The canoe is X. The kayak is $1,724 for each kayak. Selling price, I'm going to write S, is equal to 943X plus 1724Y. I have some vertices to deal with. Each vertex, I'm going to start with this one. This is at 8, 9. Make sure you're getting the X and Y in the right place. 8, 9. This is at 10, 7. The canoes are 10, the kayaks are 7. This is at 0, 0. And this is at 1, 9. The X is 1, the Y is 9. 1 canoe, 9 kayaks. I want to apply each of these vertices to this equation. I'm going to do that in a spreadsheet. A, B, C, D. The X values, the Y values, S, which is 943 times the X value plus $1,724 times the Y value. For A, the X is 1, the Y is 9. For B, the X is 8 and the Y is 9. For C, the X is 10 and the Y is 7. For D, we have the X is 0 and the Y is 0. Okay, let's fill that down. We can see the maximum is at 8, 9. We get $23,060. At point C, we would only have $21,498. At point A, we would have only $16,459. And at point D, we would have no dollars. If we made no canoes, no kayaks, we would have $0. The maximum is here. This is your maximum. For 8, 9, we get $23,060. For 10, 7, we get $21,490. For 1, 9, we get $16,459. For 0, 0, for point D, we get $0. The maximum is the $23,060 at 8, 9. 8 canoes, 9 kayaks. Which vertex in the polygon constraint maximizes Addison and Roxanne's profits is 8, 9. How many carbon fiber canoes and kayaks should Roxanne and Addison's factory produce? They should produce 8 canoes and 9 kayaks per month. And that is it for question number 1. Have a good day.